Hello and welcome to this Brewing Perfections webcast. I'm your host, Chris Simmons with Simmons Brewing. And in this webcast will be the second part webcast of our recipe design. And today we're going to go into researching your recipe. And we're going to do it in two things we're going to use. We're going to use the computer. And the other thing that is good to have is this, which is just a catalog from your local brewing store, brewing ingredient store, home brewery type thing. We have more beer, which is in California, so you can figure out what ingredients you have to put into your recipe design. But let's first start with the computer.
Okay, now on the computer, um, we can do our research on the internet where there's a lot of information we can use. So I've already got a couple of things ready. So let's start in the first place. One of the first places to look is under the BJCP style guidelines. And this is where I always start. Some people may start other places, but I start here. These are the judging guidelines. You don't necessarily have to go by these, but this is what they use. If you're a home brewer and you want to compete, you can use these, or just in general, they've broken down the styles for each type of beer. So, you know, the ESB that we want to brew, I started here. So, under the style guidelines, the ESB is located under English Pale Ale. So we'll call here, and it's the last one. It's a extra strong, extra special, strong bitter. So there's a lot of information here located here, and I use this. I start out with it so I can look at the different things to get kind of an idea of what kind of ingredients. So you see they have aroma here, so medium to medium high malt aroma. They talk about the aroma, how much hop aroma, it's so moderately high, high to moderately low. So it kind of varies too. That's one of the things on here. But it gets you a good starting point, like the flavor. Down, if you go further down, there's ingredients, and it will list sort of the ingredients. It says pale ale amber or crystal malts. So they'll get you somewhat of an idea. And then they tell you what the examples, they give you the statistics of where you want to be in when you're creating your recipe. And since we're doing Fuller's ESB or something similar, that's what I'm looking to do. So the other place to go look is the Fuller's ESB website. So I have that up right here. So here on Fuller's, we will find, go and find their different beers. And here's ESB. So the little description here, but the details we're looking for is here in the tasting notes. So in here they tell about, how much alcohol percentage and that, so that helps too. It tells you it's a mahogany appearance. So they nose cherry and orange. They talk about the toffee and caramel notes. Then they talk about these other hops that they use. And what I found is these hops, I don't have them here at my local brewing supply. So I'll have to change a little bit. But they talk about they use mostly pale and crystal malts. So, given this type of information and what I know, I've then started work on a recipe design using a program I have called Beer Tools Pro. So let's pull that up. So under Beer Tools Pro, you can actually choose the category and the subcategory, which is based the BJCP guidelines. So it will tell you whether you're within the gravity, the terminal gravity, the color, the alcohol, the bitterness. Now you choose which ingredients. And here I've used pale and a combination of different crystals. Now they may not be exact, and I'm not trying to make an exact clone of the Fuller's. Just I like Fuller's ESB, so I wanted to do an ESB. So this is what I'm going to try. I'm using a combination of Kent Goldings and Fuggles. One is more aromatic and one is more bitterness, so that's why I've chose that. The other thing that's helpful is also to have, your local brewing supply catalog with you so you can see what they actually sell, because even in this thing you may find that there's a bunch of different ingredients there, but you don't want to put them in and find that they don't make it, you can't get it. You want to be able to get the hops that you can. If they don't have East Kent Goldings or Fuggles, then you have to try a different hop. You have to use what you can get at your local supply shop. So if they don't have it, you're out of luck. You don't want to get stuck. And there's alternatives usually that are similar. Like I said, with the Fullers, they had different hops than I've seen around here. I'm sure probably on the internet I might be able to find them. I don't know. But since I usually get my ingredients from More Beer, I went with what they had. So this is what I'm using as my starting point. I hope it's a good starting point for you as well, and gives you a good idea of how to come up with recipe design. So thank you for watching part 2, and hoping you have a happy new year this 2013. Look for a lot of upcoming news from us as we're working hard on a lot of different things, including our new brewery. So look for some big things on our Facebook or our simmonsbrewing.com. Thank you.